Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Today, we're going to talk about how to manifest your desire. I'm going to give you guys a 3 tips on how to manifest your desire. I am Valery Malone, life coach, motivational speaker, creator of Love You Life program. If you have any question about how to manifest your dream, your desire, then this is the video to watch. Before I start, I want to thank you guys for following me. Thank you guys for watching me. For those of you who are watching me on repeat, thank you so much. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and are starting a wonderful week. But let's talk about how you can manifest your desire. Now, I notice that a lot of people in times like this, they're like very uncertain, a lot of fears going on, a lot of stress going on, and we don't know where to start, where to finish. Life is changing. Everything is changing. I mean, we're living in a world now that is completely different with the pandemic, with the COVID, with election, everything else is coming up. It's just a lot of energy are going around. Positive energy, negative energy, uncertainty, fear, stress, overwhelm. There's a lot of things going on. But there's a way to actually take advantage of this opportunity to be yourself, to create a life that you absolutely love, to be patient, to be peace, to be enlightened in life. And doing that is to know what is there that you want in your life. Okay, so a lot of people are trying to practice law of attraction, which I'm very favored of, gut feeling and intuition of how the intuition work, a lot of spirituality, a lot of prayers, a lot of practice going on for people because they want to heal themselves from all these uh, mm, stressful lifestyle that gets created with the COVID-19 and everything else that's going around, because um, everything changed. A lot of us work from home and it's a little bit different, or we going to work and the environment of the work is different. So every change, when a change happen, our body kind of like gets thrown off, and body cannot differentiate between excitement and stress. So it's almost feel like a stress when we see a change, when we feel a change, when change does happen. But what can we do to work this lifestyle, the things that going on right, for our benefit, individually and collectively? And that's what we should focus on, because one thing I focus on a lot, a lot, a lot, and I've been focused on all my life, and I've been talking about this all my life, is that everything gets better if we do it collectively, together, as a unity, not individually. Because when we have a desire that only serve us and our loved ones, then that's when we capping our talent, that's when we capping ourselves, and we simply not growing and not uh, actually contributing to this universe. So whatever decision that you have has to be done with everyone else and collectively, and we have to make sure that it's beneficial for everybody. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Law of attraction and manifesting your desire of what they're to want. Couple of things to remember, and a lot of people are practicing it. Some people get it, some people don't. Some people do it right, some people do it wrong, and that's okay, because um, everything changes. Sometimes every individual has their own desire, how they feel about it. That's how it works. But I do hear a lot of questions, and I hear a lot of people talking about it. I've seen that practicing it. Some people got it. Some people are still like very anxious and saying that, well, you know what, I'm manifesting this, but I'm not getting any result. Nothing's happening here. What's going on? And they get more and more frustrated. So I'm here to tell you this is how manifestation works. Okay. And reality of life, manifestation is another word for making a decision, taking action, and bringing that desire to life. That's really what it is. But we heard about that so much that we think that, okay, well, you know what, I'm going to manifest something that is unknown. I'm just going to pray, and I'm just going to hope, and I'm just going to wish, and one day it's going to happen. Manifestation doesn't happen that way. There's a process that you have to take in order to manifest your desire and actually attract it to your life and bring it to your life and get it what you want. And the number one thing that you should remember and you should do about manifestation is to, what is there that you want? A lot of time we don't get what we want because we don't know what is there that we want. As simple as that. And here's why this is happening, okay? Because we have our two sides to ourselves. One is our ego self, and the other one is our true self. Our ego self is the identity that we inherited from a childhood, from society expectation, from our upbringing, from a culture, from a country that you are, from the money mentality that you grew up with, from the religion that you practice, from the political view that you have, and all of that got created this identity for you. So, your job title, what you do, how you look, how you talk, where you live, what car you drive, what you eat, all of that makes you. Now, not necessarily all of that is true, but we believe it is, and that's how we function in the society. In order to manifest your desire, the desire must come from a true self, not from ego self. A lot of time, if you would think about it this way, think of it this way: if you had a genie in a bottle and it comes out and asks you, "Hey, if you have one wish, whatever that wish is, I'm gonna bring that wish to life." You wouldn't wish, and I know I wouldn't wish for $1 million. I wouldn't wish for materials things because material things is not my thing, and I don't think anybody should do that because it's easy to come and easy to get that. But or for someone, I want to find love. Okay, if and I know this concept is very, very difficult to understand because we live for other people. We have to have our loved one around us. We have to have people around us. But if you are wanted to be loved by someone because you're lacking that love in your life from your own self, then I think it would be foolish to ask and manifest that. I think your wish should be that I wanted to get in touch with my true self and love myself and approve of myself just the way I am. And that's why the manifestation kind of get messed up because people always wish based on something or someone. And I want you to get that idea out of your head. Get idea. So if you had to want something in your life that did not involve anything or anyone, what would that be? And think about that for a second. What would that be? So for me, it would be I wanted to be enlightened. I wanted to live in a peace. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be joyful. Those are wishes that does not involve anything or anyone. It's based on my true self. And here's why I picked those words. Because joyful, when you're joyful, your life is complete. Otherwise, you wouldn't be joyful. When you're peaceful, you are satisfied from your relationship, you're satisfied with your health, you're satisfied with your career, and you're satisfied with your finance. That's why you're peaceful. Okay. And the same thing goes when enlightenment, with the life that you love. You're satisfied with everything that you desire because those are the minority things, but the major one is the one that has to come from your true self. So if you want to practice law of attraction, if you want to manifest and something in your life, make sure that's something worth manifesting. Because a lot of time I've seen, especially young people, they manifest for new car. I want to get a new car. I want to get a new job. I want to make this much money. I want to find loved one. I want to all of that. But think about it. You can have a new car, but you can still not be happy. You can find love, but you still can be broke. You can have money and have loved one, but your health might not be good. So to cover all those bases is to make a decision. What is there that you want? What are you working so hard in your life to manifest? And that manifestation should be worth it because then there's a process to do that, okay? If you're taking that much time and effort to manifest something, make sure it's worthwhile. So think of as decision as a wish. Like if you God comes down and asks you, "Hey, what do you wish for?" What would that wish be? If you had a genie in the bottle and rather than the genie comes out and say, "Hey, what is your wish? Give me one wish and I will bring it to life." I would think highly what that is before I make that wish. And that's the first step. You have to know what is there that you want. And make sure that things that you want does not is not connected to someone or something. So before you manifest something, before you manifest a desire, write down your desires. What are some of your desires that you really want to accomplish in this life? And write them down. and then check them off that, okay, it doesn't involve material stuff. It doesn't involve somebody approval, or somebody's love, or somebody's support, or being with somebody to fulfill yourself. Those are comes in later. But write down the words that comes from your true self. Those words normally are joy, love, compassion, peace, unity, wealth, all of that, the words that is within yourself that you can actually accomplish. So that's step number one. To manifest something is to think about what is there that you want, exactly what is there that you want. Now, once you pick that word, once make that decision that this is what I want, then you have a base. That is your base of this is what I want. Then you can give that base as much as detail as possible. So, for example, what would it look like to be live peacefully? Think about that. How would your life look like if you were peaceful? Okay, I would have, I would live in a beautiful home. I would have beautiful children. My relationship is going to be amazing. All of that. Have that vision, like as if already is happening. Okay, what does that vision look like? So, what does peace mean? Peace equal what to you? Success equal what to you? Joyfulness equal what to you? So the first is the base, then the visualization. It's almost like a building a house. You buy the lot first, and then now you're picturing what are you going to build on that lot. So first is the base, then is the architecture of blueprint of what is there that you want to build. Because listen, success can mean different things to different people. Happiness can mean different things to different people. Peacefulness can mean different things to different people. Not everybody think the same way. So what is yours? What is yours? Once you do those two that gets done, then you have to let it go. Write it down, put it in a piece of paper, post it somewhere that you can see it every single day, but you have to let it go. Let the universe take care of the rest. Here's why a lot of people manifestation does not come true. They wish for something. I want to get a new job. I want to find a loved one. I want to find partner. I want to get divorced. I want to get married. I want to have a kids. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a restaurant. I want to buy a business. I want to have more friends, whatever the desire is. But then they're anxiously waiting for that. Well, you know what? I did this a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I've been thinking about it. I tried to stay positive. I tried to think about it. I tried to talk about it. It's not happening. It's not happening. That is actually doing something. Manifestation works that once we have that idea, the base, when we give that base a meaning, then the universe, the energy goes around and makes that happen. So the third thing that you have to do is to be aware, not so much anxious of when it's going to happen and why did not happen, is to be aware. And this is the part a lot of people are missing it. The awareness is the clues that you're getting from the universe based on your desire. So be very aware of what's going on. Now, the answer can come from someone, it can come from social media, the opportunities and the things that you desire to be fulfilled. It can come from a friend, it can come from a stranger, and you start talking to someone. It could come from something that you're buying. It could come from places that you never expected it. You never expected it. But you have to be aware enough to pay attention to that. And that's what we're missing. We're saying it, we're thinking about it, but we're not aware of it. And it's really vague. At first, when it happens, it's very light. You're not going to know it right away. It's just very, very small sign that you're going to see. And you can put the TV on, and for example, the title of the movie is going to be like, oh my God, that's what I have on my list. Or someone says something on a social media, and you're like, wow, that's what I just said yesterday. Or someone texting you something, or at work something's happened, or some God forbid disaster happens that you make you realize. But the awareness is the key to be aware and pay attention to that. The worst thing you can do is to time it when it's going to happen, why it did not happen. And that's why a lot of people give it up. A lot of people. Mistake number one, you are having desire that is attached to something or someone which is very little. When you get it, you're still not satisfied. So if you want to wish for something really, really big. Make sure that it's coming from your true self of what is there. Because if you had one opportunity, what would that be and how would you want that to be done? Because the sky is the limit. And sometimes we think we're not worthy enough. We ask, our expectation is low because we can't think of, oh my God, I don't know if that's going to happen to me. That's too much. Oh, that's not realistic. So we rationalize the stuff. We go from ego self, okay? And we attach all these things that we have been through life. Like my family was poor. How can I have $1 billion? That's impossible. Realistically, if you think about it, that's not what's going to happen. Those are the thoughts that comes in that destroys your manifestation. So don't think about that. If you think about something from true heart, believe it and pick whatever that makes you happy. Number one. Number two, when you do that, give it as much as detail as possible. You have to meditate on it. You have to write down the detail. What does that mean to you? What does happiness mean to you? What has to happen in order for you to be happy? And literally picture yourself as it's already happening. How would you feel? How would you walk? How would you talk? What would you do? And you'll be amazed how much you will get in touch within yourself, because we have a lot of potential within ourselves. Once we live that life before happening, then your mind, body, and soul actually will learn to act like it. And you will go to that direction, and that path will open for you. And then don't time it, but be very alert, be very aware. Don't put your awareness from the past or in the fantasy of the future. Stay in the present moment. And I talked about present moment in one of my episodes and my podcast, because a lot of people think that they're living in a present moment, but they're really not. And if you want to hear that, visit my podcast, valerymolone.com, on my website, and listen to that episode, because then you will learn what does it mean to live in a present moment. But meanwhile, be aware, alert, pay attention to today. What are some signs that I'm seeing? And if you don't see it, that's okay. Tomorrow, be alert. The next day, be alert. The key is to be aware. So when it comes, you know you can accept it. When that opportunity presents itself, you know it's there because you planted, you plant the seed. Okay. When we plant a seed, we don't go and dig it and say, oh, when you got flowers coming out, when the flowers coming out. We nurture it, we make sure it gets sun, we water it, and we wait for the flower to come out. Manifestation work the same way. You're planting a seed by knowing your desire. What is that desire that you wanted to manifest? Then we give it a water and sun to make sure that the seed has proper nutrition in order to grow. And that is your desire. Give it as much as detail as possible. What does that mean to you? And once you do that, then the third part is to wait and be patient and alert and be able to go look at that seed and see if the flower coming out or not. And that is your awareness, to be aware, to make sure that when the opportunity presents itself, when your wish is coming true, you dare to actually recognize it. And it doesn't come in one thing, it comes piece by piece by piece, because as a human being, we cannot have everything in one shot. Good change or bad change is always shocking. It's always whether it's exciting or whether it's devastating, our body cannot handle it. How many times you hear people that won a lotto and they had a heart attack because the thought of having that much money was okay for them, because they never thought they will, but once they believed it and once that wish came true, guess what? They had a heart attack because they couldn't take that excitement. So the universe knows how much to give it to you. The universe knows how much to give it to you. It knows you believe. It knows that when you hesitate, and he knows that when you don't believe in yourself and you're just saying it just because, or you saying it but you really don't mean it. So that's how manifestation works. It's very simple. You have to think about it today. The week is starting. So if you wanted to achieve something in your life, no matter what it is, whether it's good health, whether it's beautiful relationship with yourself and others, whether it's your career, whether it's your finance, whatever it is, or whether it's a combination of four, you need to sit down. You need to know your desire, write it down, make sure it comes from your true self, then give it as much as detail as possible. Give it as much as detail as possible. Be very clear, like it's already happening. It's already there. It's already happening. What would I do if that was true? Live that, meditate on it. Get up in the morning, close your eyes, and step into that world of your desire. because now you have a pretty clear vision of what's there that you want. So step on it. Once you step on it, just be patient and be aware that when it comes, you're able to receive it. So that's how you can manifest your desire. And that's how I've done. I live for this. I do this. Everything that I do in my life, that's how I do it. I sit down from with my true self and I know what I want. And I say to myself, I want to live peacefully. What does that peace mean to me? I write down the and I give it as much detail as possible. And I sit back and I watch and I wait and I'm alert and I'm aware that when the opportunity comes in, I know I'm there, I'm alert to grab it. So, this is the three steps that you can apply today in your life to bring you desire. You're worthy of it. Don't ever hesitate. You have a lot of potential. You have just much as right in this world as anyone else. Don't ever think that you don't. And when you make a desire, make it big, make sure it's worth it because you, my dear, are worth it. So thank you so much, guys, for watching me. If you have any question about this, please do send me a question. I'll be more than happy to answer. Meanwhile, visit my website, valerymolone.com. I have a lot of episodes on my podcast about this subject and more. And if you are manifesting something right now, I highly recommend you to do meditate on it. For that, I have a free meditation track for you that you can download. It's in here somewhere. The link is here. Go ahead, download that, and start your manifestation. Good luck, and I can't wait to hear your dream come true.